In this video, we talk about committing our files to our local repository. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we have some files in our staging area. We got 3 files in there waiting to be committed up to our repository. So that's what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take our files from our staging area, move them to our repository, and we'll probably do it a couple times so you can see like how your repository starts to look when you've done several commits. So let's head over to Git Bash. All right, so here we are, and now let's just do a quick check, git status, make sure that we have some files waiting to be committed. So changes to be committed. So awesome, we are ready to go. And so in order to commit files to your repository, you do git commit, just like that. And it says waiting for your editor to close a file, and that's because it is popping up our text editor over here. And what it wants us to do is enter a message here, so that way we can identify what we did, what we changed in this commit. So you want this to be descriptive, but it also needs to be, I think it's like a 40 or 60 character limit is like the goal. So you need to have enough description that you know what it is, so that way if you want to revert back to a previous edition or go look at a previous edition, you could identify it. So you want to be, you want to be descriptive. Typically for your first commit, you type in initial commit. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that one here for this initial commit. So I add that line here to the top line. I hit the X, save my document, and then git bash here gives us a message. It gives a breakdown of what happened here. So basically our master branch, was committed. This is our SHA, or the first, 6-7 characters of our SHA. And SHA is basically just a long string of characters, numbers, letters. You're about to see some full SHAs in a second here, but that identify this commit. So that way, all commits are unique, and the SHA is a representation of the uniqueness, and you'll see it's like 30 characters long, and but basically you keep track of your own commits with this short and abbreviated SHA. And then it gives us our comment here. So I just have initial commit. Then it breaks down what the commit consisted of. So we had 3 files changed, 0 insertions and 0 deletions. So we didn't actually edit any lines in the files. We just added the files themselves. And basically this is what came out the other end. So that's pretty cool, right? We now have a commit in our repository. We can look at the commit by going to git log, type in git log, and we can see our commits. Now I only have 1 commit, so that's all we see. And so we have our commit. Here's that SHA that I was talking about, that long string of letters and numbers. And as you see, we only have the first few here represented. But yeah, there's more to it than that. It tells us what branch we're on, the master branch, who did it. So Nathan Williams did it, email address, date, so when this commit was done, and then the description of the commit. So let's go ahead and make a few changes to our files, add them to our staging area, commit them, have a few commits, and take a look at what that looks like. So let me go ahead and edit my index file real quick. I'll go in here and I'll edit this code. All right, so I went ahead and I made some changes, some updates to my index.html file. I just put some basic stuff in here with the title. And let me go ahead and save and close this file real quick. And now let's go ahead and add it to our staging area. So I'll do git add period. Just remember, if you watched my staging video, you saw that git add period adds all of the files in your directory to your staging area that have edits to them. So we'll do git add period and then git status to see what is actually in our staging area. And you see that it only moved our index.html file to our staging area because that's the only file that has changes made to it. If we change our java.js file or our stylesheet.css file, then those would also be moved to our staging area. All right, so we have our file staged. We want to go ahead and commit our file. So we do git commit. Now this time, instead of pressing enter and submitting the git commit command where it updates or loads up our text editor so we can add our comment, I'm going to do a shortcut. So we can add our comment right here within git bash instead of having our editor open up. And so to do it, we have git commit -m, and then we enter our description here. And remember, we want to be descriptive in our description. So added basic HTML and title. And then end it. press enter, and boom, just like that, instead of our text editor popping up, it does it all right here, and we have our commit information right here in front of us. So now let me go ahead and do git log, and now you see that we have 2 commits in our repository. We have our latest commit at the top, so that's one thing to note. It starts at the newest and goes to the oldest. So we have, this one, this is when it was done, who did it, what was done, and then we have our first initial commit and who did it, when it was done, and so on. Now, as you might notice, like this kind of starts to get confusing if you have a bunch of commits you're going through, because you might not need to see all this other information, so to say. So there's like a shorthand for this. So what it is git log, and then it's -- line. You press it, and now you can see a summary of all your commits. So here's our current commit, where we are currently, and so it gives us our little SHA abbreviation. It tells us this is where we are currently, and this is what we just did. So we added basic HTML and title, and then our other commit is down here, which is our initial commit. All right, just for a little bit more practice, let's go ahead and make a couple more edits to these files. So let me go ahead and open up my index.html file, and I want to go ahead and link over to my CSS file so I can style my HTML document. All right, so there we go. I added this line right here. Go ahead, we'll save this document. I'll open my style sheet real quick, and let's go ahead and add some code here. So body, and cool, good with that, save it. All right, let's go ahead and add these files to our staging area. So we'll go with git status real quick. Let's just see what's going on. And basically, we're on our master branch. We have changes not staged for commit, but we do have 2 files that have been modified. So let's go ahead and add them real quick. Git add period. So we added those 2 files to our staging area. As you can see, when we do the git status now, we have these 2 files in our staging area, and we want to go ahead and commit them. So let's go ahead and git commit -m for the abbreviated version. And now I added style sheet to index file, and run it real quick. All right, so there we go. We have our new SHA. We added style sheet to index file. 2 files were changed, 4 insertions. So basically 4 lines of code were inserted. And then we can do our git log. Here's our 3 commits, 1, 2, 3, all the information about the commits. Again, if we want the shorthand abbreviated version, we do git log --1 line. And now we see our 3 commits nicely in a line, and we could go ahead and basically navigate to each commit based off of their SHA, which is what we're going to do in this next video here. And that is it for this video on commits. If you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that. And I hope that you have a great rest of the day.